identities with us. Yeah. So they took on our titles and we took on their titles because we ate it. We ate it up. We forgot. We was comatose. Anyway, so that's what slave is. So, be mindful when you start using that word because it's actually a nation. All right. So should there be any issue from this kind of intercourse, it is our will that the person so offering and the masters of the slave should pay each a fine of 300 lives. Excuse me, that's, well, it probably is lives, but it says livers. Should say issue be the result of concubinage of the master his slave, said master shall not only pay the fine, but be deprived of the slave and of the children, who shall adjudge to the hospital of incality, and said slave shall be forever incapable of being set free. Wow, that's deep. I gotta read that again. But shall this illicit intercourse have existed between a free black and a slave, when said slave, according to the forms described by the church, said slave shall become free and legitimate, and in such case there shall be no application of the penalties mentioned in the present article. So, what that's saying, like, get out of that status. That dead status, it's got to go. There's, no weight in it. All right, Article 7. The ceremonies and forms prescribed by the ordinary of Blois and by the edit of 1691 for marriage shall be observed both with regard to free persons and slaves. But the consent of the father and mother of the slave is not necessary. That of the master shall be the only one required. So now we're dealing with the children, This is where we're talking about jurisdiction and ordered over the children now. When you're branded, especially the Moabite, which y'all know, Moabite are the women, descendants of Moabites. Whether you know it or not, you're a Moabite, but if you are branded, your children are as well branded, because, yeah, you are what your forefathers were, but you definitely are what your mother is. All right, so I'm going to go up to 10. Article 8. We forbid... Did I skip that part? No, excuse me. Article 7. The ceremonies and forms prescribed by the ordinance... Oh, I did. Article 8, y'all. We forbid all courts to process to effect marriage between slaves without the proof of the consent of their master. And we also forbid all masters to force their slaves into marriage against their wills. Now, I was kind of getting into this. And I'm not encouraging you to stay black, but there are some remedies within this document itself. I am not suggesting at all, absolutely, to stay and remain dead as status. However, all right, 9. Article 9. Children issued from the marriage of slaves shall follow the condition of their parents and shall belong to the master of the wife and not of the husband, if the husband and the wife have different masters. Article 10. If the husband be a slave and the wife a free woman, it is our will that their children of whatever sex they be shall share the condition of their mother and be as free as she, notwithstanding the servitude. Well, we should really take them up on that act, But is the mother free, and is she free mentally? Okay, sorry, I thought that was... Okay, the servitude of their father, and if the father be free and the mother a slave, then the children shall be slaves. Well, there it is, you know, and I'm going to conclude this part of the doc and continue later with Article 11, but there it is, you know, if you're both so-called quote-unquote slaves, the children are automatically enslaved, and you have absolutely no birthright because you fall under those codes. So I hope this hit your heart. Next time we're gonna get into some breathing exercises prior to we getting into the documents, because it'll help us be more receptive to the information. With that being said, I'm gonna yield the floor. Thanks for sharing this time with me. Share, because share is care. Islam.